Hey guys, just wanted to say hello everybody real quick. Just getting a few things set up. I'll have the screen on in just a moment. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Un momento, por favor. Almost done setting up, guys. I'll have the screen on in just a moment. Thanks everybody for popping in. Greyhound is at dinner with his wife. He just stopped by to say, hey everybody, thank you, Greyhound. He told me he was busy. He will probably not be able to join us for the whole session, but I'm glad to see he dropped by for a moment. Thanks, Greyhound. Almost done here, guys. If you guys get a second to hit your like button or double tap the screen, that will help me as well. I'll have things up in just a moment. Just getting a couple things set here, grab myself a drink, and then we will get it going. Backup phone so I can see the chat. Let me get logged into the backup phone so I can chat with everybody. I am using the better camera for this one, guys. So we will have good video. I'll have it on in 2 minutes or less. Just bear with me one moment and we'll be live. Alright, the volume so I don't get an echo here. Alright, that's all set. Almost got it. Mr. Happy, I'm glad you made it over here. Thank you, sir. I messaged you right a minute ago just to make sure. Yeah, I'm muted at GK, man. I always try to take care of that so I don't have feedback and everything. It can get really irritating if you have feedback loop from one mic phone to the other. Alrighty. Let's get our screen going here. Boom. Hey everybody, Mountain Mick here. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm going to flip the screen around so we can see what I got going on. Just wanted to get things popping over here. Thank you, Mr. Happy. You were quick to get over here. I don't think I even got a message back from you. If I did, I was in a hurry, so I didn't see it. But I'm glad to see you made it here with us. Let's see here. Get my chat going on the other phone so I can see it. There we go. Now I've got my chat pulled up. That will help immensely. That's okay, Mr. Happy. You don't have to stay for the whole thing. I'm just glad that you got by here. Just wanted to show everybody a couple things that I got today. And then I'm going to hang out and pick for a minute and just hang out and BS around with everybody. And we'll try to not make this one super ridiculous long this time. Lock Guy, I'm glad to see you made it, brother. I invited Lock Guy for this one personally, and that might give you all an idea what we're doing. So, I'm not going to waste a bunch of time here getting to that part. We're at 6.5 minutes. I told everybody to aim for 8 o'clock. Terraphon, glad to see you made it here. Terraphon's getting ready to get blue belted up. Hey, Zero. Trying to make a video, bud. Glad to see you drop by. I don't know why everybody's pets try to get on videos, but they seem to know. I'll show you guys really quick. This is Zero. This is my dad's dog. Oh, don't get camera shy now, buddy. Anyway, he's a Dachshund and Chihuahua mix. He's getting about, what do you think, Dad? Zero's about 11 or 12 now? I think he's about 11 now. He's still spunky and running around like he's brand new. Alrighty. Just having a smoke really quick, seeing who all jumps in the chat. Getting ready to show you guys what we got going on here. I invited a few people over, but that's okay. I know Lady Locks is still going live right now. I was over in that chat hanging out for a little while earlier. But I got home finally, and I got some things I wanted to show you, and we'll try not to run too long, and I'll probably be able to still get back over there, because last time I did this, I was still able to get back in there. I think they were running for like 6 hours last time, and I can't have my UK people waiting until 3, 4 in the morning, or having to wait till tomorrow. I try to get in here in case any of my UK guys want to get in at midnight. It's already, if it's 8 o'clock here, they pretty much are at 5, so I think that makes it like, what, 1 in the morning there right now? 1:11 a.m.? Probably already half tucked in. Oh, is it GK, man? Excellent. I must have timed it just right if they finished. I'm glad to not be stepping on her toes. I'm a big fan. If any of you guys have forgotten to hit the like button, I would appreciate it. Give me the nice big thumbs up, double tap the screen or whatever. You don't have to, but it just helps the eventuality that they will spread the Lock Sport love of Mountain Mick around a little more. Anyway. Oh, it got accidentally closed, huh? Yeah, there's a lot of technical difficulties going on lately. I've been working with Mr. Happy to try and solve some of my own. He's kind of my technical support director. I recently had somebody ask me about the lighting. Do you think it's bright enough, guys? I just wanted to ask you guys because I don't know if it was an old video they saw or if it was their phone. There's a lot of factors that play into this, so let me know what the lighting looks like here. If it is not enough, in the future I will try to find a way to add a little more good light here. But I try not to have too much because I don't have like a direct lighting setup for this type of thing yet. I'm pretty much just using the bright light of the kitchen, and anywhere else I go right now will be darker unless I add some stuff. So I will get some more stuff in the future as we grow a little bit. Alrighty. Anyway, I'm ready now. We've been hanging out, getting things rolling for 10 minutes. That's plenty of wait time for those of you who are here. Looks okay for now? Alright. Thank you, GK, man. I appreciate you letting me know. It could be brighter, Terraphon says. Don't really need to have a key light or anything. It's fine for now. Alright, cool. Well, like I said, I will be working in the future to have some better camera stuff and some more lighting. But for now, we're still running a 2-phone, very poor man operation. So I'm just happy we have Wi-Fi signal that's working. And I'm able to do this without too much issue and get this stuff out to you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and start, show you what I've got to show you, and then we can get back to BSing around, picking, and having a good time. The reason I invited the lock guy out, I'm hoping that he's still here. And I don't know if Elroy's Toys made it over. He was having to run and do something when I talked to him earlier in the Lady Locks chat as it was. So it's possible he may or may not join us. And either way, that's okay. I just wanted to get in here, and this is basically so waffles are better. Hello, thanks for dropping by. Glad to see you made it. If you don't mind hitting the like button or the thumbs up or double tapping your screen, that'll help me out. I'm getting ready to show off some things that I got here. The lock guy, who I'm hoping is still hanging here. I'm sure he hasn't went anywhere just yet. But he was the winner of my 100 sub contest that we all had. Nice to see you, Lock Guy. Big congratulations to Lock Guy. If all of you saw the video that he put in for the contest, he actually had 2 submissions, and they were both blind and fast. He actually had the fastest 2 times overall. So he definitely put it out there, and he has informed me he's got a faster one he never shared with us. But we'll get into that at another time. And my offer still stands that if anybody who's not Lock Guy can post a time that beats his time, I will find a way to award you as well. So if you're watching this now or in the future, if you think you can beat the Lock Guy's blazing fast time on the required forms of the contest for the 100 sub, then get in touch with me. I'll upload that video and show everybody, and I'll find a nice prize package of sorts for you. Now, I showed pretty much everything that the Lock Guy and that Elroy's Toys will be receiving, except for the grand prize. I did not have it on hand yet. Mr. Happy says there's no way he can beat that. Yeah, well, Mr. Happy, I cannot beat that myself, sir. I may take a run at it for all of you one of these days just for funs and giggles, but he absolutely had a great strategy of using the vise to hold the shackle so he could pop it back closed in a hurry without losing track of his tools or the lock, which is genius. But as anybody who tried and played knows, there's a lot more to it. The Berserker runs like that too. Anytime you need multiple opens, there is room for human error. So he really lucked up and skilled up and showed us all how it was done. Big hats off to him for that. So as you may have recalled, the grand prize for the contest was to be a Masterlock number 77 Lionhead. And that is exactly what the grand prize is. But the reason I didn't have one on hand is because I felt that there were so many options between older patina ones, newer shiny looking ones, ones without keys, ones with keys, and ones with short and long shackles, that I wanted to wait until I had my winner and to be able to talk to them and find out exactly what they wanted. So that way there would be the ability for them to choose. And I will be using that platform in the future for my winners. If I show the prize and say this is what it's going to be, that'll be what it is. But if it's something like this item, I will most likely wait until the contest is over so that you can personalize it to exactly what you had in mind. I don't want to be awarding prizes that aren't fantastic. That is not how we're doing things at Mountain Mick. And I think and hope that the Lock Guy would agree that the process I've done this with is a more desirable way of doing it, because it gives the winner a chance to really choose the prize to more accommodate their personal preferences. So with that in mind, I also polled everybody just to see, for curiosity's sake, what everybody was into. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I'm crazy and crazy about these locks, especially the antique kind. So I figured, like I will probably do in the future, many of the prizes I give away will be things I only have one of, but certain prizes Delbert, thank you for coming, Delbert. I'm just getting ready to show off what we got going on here. I'm just kind of giving the quick pitch real quick on it. Glad to see you made it. Big shout out to Delbert. We'll be showing something he had sent me. It didn't make it in today, but I have a feeling I'll have it by tomorrow. So we'll be showing off that soon too. So basically, I got with the lock guy when he won the same day. Right after determining and announcing that he was the winner, I emailed back and forth with him, determined what it was that he wanted in his line head, and showed him a couple different options. And I found a way to order exactly the one that he wanted. And of course, I decided for at least this contest's sake to commemorate my channel having a decent takeoff. And hello, nice to see somebody else in here, Anil. Welcome. This is a Lock Sporting channel. If you already knew that, then congratulations, you're a picker like us. I'm just getting ready to show off some locks, and one of them is the grand prize for my winner from the 100 sub contest's new lock that I will be sending out to him by hopefully Monday at the latest. I got to get these things all packaged up for him and Elroy's Toys, and most likely I'll be shipping them out then. That's funny, Terraphon. Those were some gnarly looking. Terraphon says someone saw the challenge lock pins that they posted in Reddit earlier today and asked, "Who hurt you?" That is funny. There were some gnarly, hard looking pins, so I know where they're coming from with that. But Terraphon, I like really hard ones. What am I thinking about Yale locks? Well, I don't personally own any yet, so as soon as I have some, I will be able to cash in on that question better. But what I know from them so far is they are beautiful, and the only lock that I have that relates is my Naughty Bucket lock. This 7440 Abus has a Y1 Yale keyway, and it is a nightmare. So I will get into that later if you want to talk about that. Delbert says the tracking says it'll be Monday. So Monday we will aim to show off what he has sent me. I was thinking Wednesday, but I got a lot of packages going on right now, inward and outward, so I probably just got confused. Thank you, Delbert. So I'm going to go ahead and show the Masterlock number 77 that Lock Guy wanted. Skip has made it. The topic tonight, Skip, is me showing off the grand prize lock that finally arrived today and showing off the one that I got for myself to commemorate our first contest. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you guys this and we can get to talking. You can talk in the chat about the Yales and the Abuses, and I will catch back up with you on that in a moment. I ordered these separately on eBay from two different vendors of antique locks and whatnot. And the one mine came with this little Monopoly card, free lemonade stand. It's a chance card, and it says thank you. I will add to the comments later the two places I got these from, just to give them a little love, and so that if anybody else wants to shop for some antique lock stuff from them, that they will be able to find how to find the places that I got these from, because I did get a pretty good deal on these, but that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to show them to you. So they also sent me this sticker that says thank you for shopping local, which gave me a little chuckle because I'm probably not local to either one of these places, but we're in the same country. But I do like stickers. I appreciate them, including that and the Monopoly card. And with that said, now we will show the grand prize lock that we'll be going over to the lock guy, and I will show you and also make an attempt at picking the one I got for myself. So without further ado, here are my Masterlock 77 line heads. That is what we decided with the grand prize winner would win. Now this one that you will see here is the one that our winner has chosen. He said he wanted a shiny short shackle one, so that is what he has. It turns out that that's kind of what I was looking for myself, so I got something similar, and I made sure at the last moment before we went live to ask the lock guy if he had any second doubts or feelings about wanting the other lock, just in case, because Mountain Mick always wants to make his winner feel 100,000,000% like the choice is in their hands and that they have won exactly what they want. So, anyway, this is the one that he asked for. Let me see. Let me get the key out of here. It may need a little bit of lube, love. I have some 3-in-1 lock guy if you would like me to pre-lube it a little for you, but I wanted to leave it dry so you had the option yourself to do whatever with it. The key does work well. They go in there with no issue, and they will open the shackle. I'll show you in a moment, but it appears that the ones for his, at very least, have the original keys, and you can tell because this is the design Masterlock was using at that time. You'll see the pretty engraving of the word master at the top of the head on the bow of the key. And if you look on the backs of them, well, it also says Milwaukee, Wisconsin, USA. And both the locks came with 2 keys. Mountain Mick didn't want to cheap out and get something with no keys for anybody. And because of my winner having really good taste, he managed to choose one that has the original keys. So, the keys are functional. They do match the lock. They've got the same code. If you look at a line head on the back, it says Masterlock Co., Milwaukee, Wisconsin, made in the USA, patented. And at the very bottom down here, you will see a code like all locks tend to make. Now, I'm sure in modern times, this would probably be a bad idea for security purposes, putting the exact code printed on the back of the lock. But we are talking about Masterlock here, and these locks were started in maybe the 30s or the 40s, I think. I don't know if these are that old. I couldn't tell you for sure, but I do know that if it was my choice, I wouldn't put the code on the back of the lock. Now, that being said, all right, cool, lock guy. That's why I left it the way it is. I have 3-in-1 as well that I used for lube. I will probably put a little in mine if necessary, but not today. And I wanted to give you the full option of non-lubing or whatever lube you prefer. I didn't want to mess with your baby at all. I just wanted to make sure you loved it and send it your way. So, also, the keys on the back from the side that says Master have the same number stamped into them, which obviously is the bidding code. So 5283 matches up these keys with this lock. Oops. And so he's got a beautiful Master 77. As you can see, the key works good. The shackle on this one, I believe you have to make sure is out of the way. It'll probably work a little better once he lubes it up, but it definitely works well with the key. And then you just get the key back out of there, and you're all set to go. I am not going to mess further with his lock. I will not be making an attempt to pick his lock, because this technically is not my lock, which is all the more reason why I wanted to ask him before the video which one that he preferred, because I will be making an attempt here in a moment to pick the one that I got. But as we all know from the rules of lock sport and from picking, every once in a while mistakes can be made. Locks can get hurt, picks can get hurt, and keys can get hurt, and all kinds of nasty things could possibly happen or go wrong. So that's why the rule of always picking locks you own or have permission to pick is such an important rule, because it's not just about the legality. These locks, neither one are in use. So that's why you have to be careful when they're in use, because there's always the potential for damage and getting it stuck. Lock Guy says he's going to tag in a video that he's going to make with it. So we will look forward to seeing this beauty again. I will be putting it in the package. I will be including the Lady Locks sticker package. Thanks again to Lady Locks for sending that over. It's got some really awesome stuff I showed in another video. The Lock Guy will be receiving that as well. And if Luck Guy, I don't know if you've got an original Sparrows sticker. If you would like one, I have shown that I have a pretty glorious bounty of new stickers from Sparrows, so I will get with you, or you can tell me whenever if you would like some of those. And if you would, I will include a few of those in there for you as well. You'll also be getting the Masterlock 3-up like this. This one's mine. That's why it has tape on it. But we all know I've got about 5 of them. And somewhere, oh, I think it's under the phone being used as a prop right now. But I have another one with the key jammed into it. And the lock guy has told me that he would enjoy playing around with the one that has a jammed key in it and seeing what he can do with it. So I will be sending him one that works without a jammed key that's already been keyed. I'll be sending him his Masterlock 77, which is beautiful. And I will be sending him the Lady Lock sticker pack, and any of the Sparrows stickers that I can throw in that he will like, I will be happy to also send his way. So, Lock Guy, thank you very much for playing our game. You definitely are a master of the quick pop on the given locks. I have no doubt we will see more of you in the future. And I hope so. So, congratulations to you, Lock Guy. As I said, I'll try to get all this packaged up together and over to the post office. I do still have you in Mountain Mick's big address book of lock sport. This is it. Mountain Mick's wife got this for him right around the time we started dating. I've had it ever since, and it's got a lovely little love note from her that I will not be sharing. But behind that, further into the pages, I have begun to make myself an address book, and the reason for that is because Mountain Mick likes to show appreciation. So if you find yourself having ever sent Mountain Mick something, I do have your return address, and that is why I have it, because I fully intend very soon, by the end of the year at the very latest, to be able to send out some appreciation packages to all the people who have blessed Mountain Mick many, many times since we started here. So thanks to all of you as well. You know who you are. I'm not going to go through the list because it actually is too long for making a short video. And we're pushing toward 30 minutes now. I always run super longer than I wanted to on these things. And I'm going to do my best to wrap it in another 30 minutes. So if you're enjoying yourself, hang around. I'm going to take a shot at picking my own Master 77 in a moment. And we will hang out, chat, and pick around on some locks for about another half hour. So thanks for coming to hang out with you. Now I will show you the Masterlock 77 that I ordered for myself. I did originally had looked at a couple of sets of locks together, but it worked out better. All right, Lock Guy, I'll definitely hook you up with some Sparrow stickers then, my brother. I've got stacks on stacks of them Uncle S sent me. I showed them off in another video. You can check those out, or I'll be happy to show you on my own camera in a private call or whatever. We'll get you picked out, whatever you like, sir. Mountain Mick will make a serious habit of spoiling his winners and trying to include a few things that were never even mentioned, just for fun. So, Sparrows doesn't send you stickers either, Delbert? Well, I will tell you something, Delbert. The people in Chicago of America, Sparrows, are the ones that I order my tools from. I have had 3 orders from them and received 0 coins, 0 stickers, etc. Now, Uncle S is out of the Canada HQ area, which is where my big, beautiful sticker package was sent from. So, see, actually knowing him and the people who were finally doing their jobs in Canada was how I was able to obtain these stickers. And that is why I asked for some. And he was gracious enough to send me extras and bundles and bundles. So, Delbert, you know, because you are in the Mountain Mick address book that you will be receiving as many of the ones that you like from Mountain Mick as well. Anybody else who has grievances in America from Sparrow's lack of stickers, please come to Mountain Mick. I will continue to make it my personal mission to make sure we are getting the love we deserve down here on the south side of the border. Yes, that's the problem, Delbert. The U.S. location in Chicago is cool, but Sparrow's HQ is in Canada. And the website there has a few things I've been meaning to talk to them about that as well. If you will notice, most of everything on the site is available on both sites. I have checked because I'm a Sparrows junkie and a super fanboy. And I hope to be a one-day an employee, sponsored, or a brand ambassador. We're working the tattoo deal now. I will see how far they allow me to get further into the circle and the fold. But I did, while we're on the subject, I did send an email to Uncle S this morning to update him on the fact my birth certificate is on the way so that we can get a passport going. And I promptly received an email back within about 1 hour directly from Uncle S, letting me know that I was doing a great job out here in the trenches as an operator, to continue doing the good work down here in the south side, and to let him know when my birth certificate arrived so we could continue the process of getting me a passport and planning out the exact details of my tattoo adventure. So I wanted to update everyone on that while we're on the subject of Sparrows, because I did talk to Uncle S today via email, and we are very much in touch with each other. Everything is very much still ongoing. He said that they had a great time in Vegas and hanging out with Greyhound out there and all of the wonderful lock sporters at DEF CON. He's also got everybody in Canada. Dean, what's up? Glad to see you made it, Dean P. Uncle S tells me that though he is back in the office this week, the reason he is back in the office right now after DEF CON is because they are grinding very hard to get everything prepped and planned for the Rocka-Locka Bang Bang thing that they got going on. Now, it's a really cool thing that I hope to get to go to another time. I believe it is already sold out for this year, but it's getting ready to happen, I believe, in September, if I'm not mistaken. But it is a very cool escape room type of experience that they sold packages to. And my understanding is that it is an escape room type, real life seer experience of escape and evade type stuff, where you start in a jail cell type situation, handcuffed or shackled with certain tools. Delbert says it is sold out. Yeah, I want to do Rocka-Locka too, Dean. I will see what I can to make sure that we all get some availability on getting us some tickets next time it comes around. Because Uncle Sparrows definitely is great at doing these promotions. And while DEF CON is a huge thing for all of the country to enjoy, Rocka-Locka Bang Bang is a Sparrows-specific thing. So they are setting it up. This year has already been sold out, unfortunately. And I will try to get us some kind of way to at least get a good early crack at next year. It is a safe cracking and a bunch of other stuff, as Delbert says. It's a prison lockdown situation, and they have all kinds of fun stuff planned for basically big lock sporting and safe cracking and Shackleman style lock picking experience adventure. So it sounds really fun. Mountain Mick would love to get in on that type of fun as well. I'm sure many of you would as well. And I also want to mention that shout out to my buddy Lock Junkie. I've been speaking with him recently quite a bit. Hopefully he's going to join us on Mountain Mick Live sometime soon. He has requested to come hang out with us and pick around on the channel. Any of you who would like to do that, I will be happy in the future to get some things set up and patch people in to hang out and pick with me as the channel grows. That's the kind of stuff we need to be doing. But Lock Junkie had a great idea. He lives in Canada, so he's on the north. He's on the north side of the border up there with Sparrow's HQ. Now he has expressed to me that he's had a little bit of trouble getting some support up that way too. And his number one concern is the fact that, much like my good picker buddies in the UK, nobody in Canada gets to participate in these really cool patch challenges, like the Lockjaw challenge that we've all been doing recently. Nick Matlack has made it. Big shout out to Nick Matlack. Nick is a good friend I've recently met. He is Spoiled Mountain Mick, as you guys know. I'll go ahead and pull out my favorite lock. That's how close I keep it on hand, Nick, just so you know. This is my baby. This is the Practice Mark Slimline Euro that he sent me. I am still using this thing every day to get my practice runs in. And we'll leave it in frame there. Glad to see you made it out, Nick Matlack. Nick informed me earlier today that he's already went all the way around and surprised Mountain Mick by sending something else this way. So I have no idea what. I'm sure I'll be surprised as I was last time. But big thanks to Nick Matlack. We're going to have to hook him up very proper for the stuff he's done. Yes, it is a very nice lock, Dean. I can't believe it. He's got some more of them, and you might want to ask him how you can get a hold of one of these bad boys before you go crazy looking anywhere else, because he had a very big score on a flea market run he did recently, and I know he's got some more of these beauties. So you may want to get with Nick and ask him about that and see if there's a way he can hook you up. He says in the chat that he has hundreds of them. So if you're looking for a really cool one like Mountain Mick's playing around with and keep suggesting to play with for a practice lock, my suggestion to you is to find my good friend Nicholas Matlack. He obviously has his YouTube name Nicholas Matlack, because that's how he's chatting right now. You may also find him in Reddit under his name. So if you're interested in getting yourself a slimline Euro like this for your practice needs, that would be my prime way of suggesting to you to go about that, because he's a great guy, and I'm sure he will take care of you better on that one. Dean says he's not on Reddit. Well, Nick has a YouTube, Dean, so I'm sure you can message him on his YouTube, or maybe he's got Discord or something. I'm not sure about that yet. But Nick, several people already in the chat here are happy to know you, and obviously would like to ask you about these slimline Euros themselves. So if you want to chit chat with them, feel free. If you want to drop any links, anything like that. Likewise, anyone else in the chat who wants to drop a link or anything like that, feel free. Mountain Mick is all about spreading the love of lock sport. So this is a channel where we share everything as much as we can. And while I'm mentioning that, I will also mention that videos from friends is an ever-growing playlist of mine. I do not get the views. I do not get the likes for those videos. It is just a place for me to share my friends' work, show them off, and so that you guys can maybe search through each other's videos, meet each other, and you will know that you have a mutual friend in Mountain Mick. I like to send noobs over there to find your channels, and it's a great way for us all to show each other off, get yourselves some more views by letting me use the platform to show off some of your skills. Mr. Inferno's joined us. He's got a video on there too himself. Mr. Inferno, you rock. I'm glad you made it, sir. I broke out this Packlock 410 just to remind you all that I am very much trying to get some time to work on it. I've had a couple people ask me recently, friends of mine who made Blue Belt and got their 200K this last week, when, Mountain Mick, are you going to do this one yourself? Well, I'm working on it really hard, guys. If I could open it with my mind, or a Jedi mind trick here, if I could get Yoda to wave his hand and make it pop, I absolutely would have Yoda open it for me. I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, it seems. And that's okay because that's the enjoyable way. But what I'm going to have to do is make more time, because spending my time answering people on Reddit, hanging out with you guys on YouTube, reading this lovely book back here I'm almost finished with, and practicing with my voice, and all the new goodies that I've been sent by friends recently, including my new escort that I got from Georgia Jim. Shout out to Georgia Jim for that. He also sent me the black flags. I'm going to have to get some locks to play with these guys with. And while I'm on that subject, I just want to mention that I will be having a disc detainer pick from Sparrows very soon. My good buddy Dean in the chat has one that he wants to sell me so he can get some cool new gear for himself. And I'm going to buy that from him so he can do so. And if I end up with another one, then I'll just send him his back at no charge just because I love him. But I'll play around with it, and I'll be happy to send him some money to help out, because that's what Lock Sport's about. He was asking me about selling it to some people, and I told him, forget those people. Mountain Mick wants that pick. So, with all respect to all of you, I want that pick from him. So, unless you are going to offer him crazy money for it, I suggest you just let me buy it from him. Okay, let's see who else is in the chat here. 5 Master 410s. You've only opened 2. I hear that, Nicholas. I've got this one right here. Who sent me this 410? I believe it was Walt that sent me this. I don't want to misspeak. I think it was Walt Cade. I'll have to double check. But I have one too that I've been meaning to get around to picking and opening. Seraphon says, I'm going to do a magic lock pick wiggly fingers at the screen to make it open for you, Mountain Mick. I appreciate that, Seraphon. If you can get your Jedi powers or Dark Lord powers to make this thing pop open, I'll be happy to stick a pick in it real quick, flash my 200K key, and we will make this video official. Magic is a beautiful thing. Mr. Inferno says being social is a choice. That is very true, Mr. Inferno. Being social is not required, but it is a very healthy part of life when you feel like doing it. Communion and fellowship, very, very important for having a positive attitude. Now, Mountain Mick's been BSing around a little because all of his friends started showing up, and had to give a big shout out to my boy Nick Matlack, because he's been blessed me with my favorite new lock, and he's got a bunch of them on deck. So like I said, give him a holler if you're looking for one like this, because apparently he has hundreds, and I don't know what else he's about to send me, but he can probably find a way to work something out. Good deal for you if you get a hold of him. He's got some really big stash of locks, so get in touch with him. He's a great guy. Now I will show you my Masterlock 77 line head, and we will make an attempt at picking mine, because as I said, I don't want to pick my winner lock guys over there, and that's why I wanted to ask him beforehand to make sure which one was going to be mine. So this one is mine. It's a 5348 stamped on the back of this one, so it's definitely keyed different from his. The keys will not match with each other. From most of what I can tell, they are made from a very similar era and nearly identical. Obviously not identical, but very nearly identical. And I could be wrong about the keys on these. No, I'm pretty sure I'm right. These are M1 Masterlock keys, like all Masterlocks take. But I believe that the ones that came with mine are remade keys. These have been recut to match my lock. So you can tell the difference by looking at his key and seeing the beautiful classic master on there, whereas mine are a little shinier, and you can tell from the M1 and just a generic made in the USA on here, and then on the back of one of them it says ESP. So I am no locksmith, but I do know enough about this stuff that I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably a safe bet that his are the real deal. I know, And the ones that came with mine are likely a reproduction somebody made for this lock. I'm totally cool with that. Having a key that works good is all I cared about, just for the sake of sometimes making sure the lock still works. I'm not a big user of keys, but the key does work. The shackle works. They both work great. I haven't lubed mine up or his up because, as I said, I didn't know till just before the video which one was his and which one was mine, because I wanted to give him the last minute to change his mind. I'm about to pick this thing, so if there's any crazy reason you changed your mind or backpedaled on that, you should let me know in a hurry, Lock Guy. But I've got a feeling that you are pretty well set on this one, and I am totally happy with that. I want you to have what you like. I do like the stylized Masterlock keys that you got on yours, and I'm sure you do as well. It's got a very cool antique setup and feel to it. And I really enjoyed this lock, and I'm glad we both have one now. So I'm going to try picking it in hand first, I believe. I may try it in the vise if I have trouble, but we're going to go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way if possible. Let me set my keys out of the way here. Mr. Inferno says he agrees, but if you spend all your time socializing, you don't have time for improvement. That's very true, Mr. Inferno, which is why I sleep less and still practice as much as I can. However, because of the level of skill I am currently at, most of my time has gone into repinning this Nick Matlack sent marks here, so I can improve my skills enough to have a better chance at opening the said lock in question, or it's much harder to open because of crazy bidding brother here. So I do have options to work with. I will put in some more grind time. Neither of these locks have ever been picked off camera, so I assure you, the moment one opens, you will all know about it because it will never happen off camera. Mountain Mick likes to stay prepared. Now, maybe that's one of the reasons I pick it less, because I spent half of the last 3 days not at home and picking as I'm going down the road with a camera phone on my lap and a lock in my hand and a pick in my hand and all of that. Just doesn't seem like it's the way to get it done. So that is not what I've been doing to go about it. And I'm going to get it done, guys. Don't you worry. I've actually been in no big hurry to get blue belt or in any big hurry to get 200K. I very much want both, but I very much have been chilling at green because I got to green and began to realize it was time to tighten up some basics that I may have missed along the way. And I would advise other people who feel that way to do the same thing. Take your foot off the gas pedal, slow it back down. I made it to green in 5 weeks. That didn't allow me a lot of time for development. I went from one lock to the next, never trying a bunch of multiple ones at different belt levels until later. And that's one of the reasons why, as I tell people, when you get to green, there is a big new skill wall with security pins that Orange did not really properly prepare you for. So let's try and keep that in mind. What do you guys want me to try and pick this thing with? Do you even care? Do you want me to try my Sparrow's classic hook? Do you want me to try the new Escort? Do you want me to try the Peterson that I just got from our buddy Door and Lock Tips? Or I could maybe even take a shot with the McTickler that I was sent by my other good friend. Which do you guys think? Do it with the Escort, Dean says. I like where your head's at, Dean. We'll come back to these other ones at another time. Now, the McTickler actually came from Nick, too. Isn't that right, Nick? That was you, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but Mountain Mick's pretty good at remembering these things. Yes, sir, Nick Matlack says. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate you confirming that. Nick is a great guy, guys. I just wanted to make sure, as I always do, that I give credit where credit is due. So, thank you, Nick, for the McTickler. I do have a couple more. Thanks to Mr. Matlack. Somebody asked him why he bought 12, and I joked around with him and said that maybe he should send me one, and that is how we met. Turns out he had no problem with sending me 3 of them and my favorite new lock. So what a guy. He says anytime. You're a rock star, Nick Matlack. Let's see, what are we doing? Let's try the half diamond. I usually do all right with the half diamond since I've got this thing. I really like using it. And it'll at least give me an idea of what I'm playing around with in there if I don't get it done. I'm going to use bottom of keyway on this thing. It looks like there's going to be plenty of room on this old Masterlock keyway. I'm going to show you guys up close if I can get it in camera angle good for you to see it before I get in there. Let's see. Let's give her a tilt. Focus. All right. Can kind of get a good, decent look at it there. Trying to back it away slowly. There we go. It's got a little cut off to the side on the right bottom. That's where my tensioner is hanging out, so it's not really in the way. Nick says good night. Thanks for dropping by, Nick Matlack. Appreciate you hanging out with us, sir. As I said, if any of you guys want to ask somebody about a slimline Euro like this M1cks that I got here, Nick says he has hundreds. So go find him and give him a good idea why he should send you one. David, hello. Let's see what we got here. I'm pretty sure, since it's an M1, that we should still just have the classic 4-pin with no security pins. I have not checked the gutting on one of these. I was actually just in love with the way it looked on the outside. But I can tell you that so far, it feels nice and springy in there, and everything still seems to work good. It does seem to be a little tougher than just today's modern Masterlock number 3. So maybe they should go back to making this one. Let's see. All right. I dropped one. I have spent 0 time playing with this beforehand, by the way, guys. I didn't know for sure which one was going to be mine. I didn't want to pick his. And this is really my first shot at it here that you're getting to see. I'm definitely getting some sets in there. You got your Masterlock 5 today? First one for you, Chuck Soup? Yeah, I love the Masterlock 5. I have one with the yellow band on it. I believe Mr. Inferno still wants to trade me on that one. So very soon I will be sending that over to him. He's got a collection of those going. And if I'm not mistaken, I may have another Master 5. But he wants the yellow one. I am not doing well on this. I may give it the old rake-a-lake here in a second. And if all else fails, I'm going to come after it with the maces. Dean says it's a big clunker. He has a 5 with a line key. Mine's a big old clunker too, Dean, but it doesn't have a line key. It doesn't have a key at all now that well, no. I take that back. I believe I did get a key with that one. I believe it's on my huge key ring over here. Let me see. Let's see if we can Bogota this thing really quick. because I'm going to obviously need a little more practice on it to use the escort for SPP on this one. No problem, Dean. I'll be here for a little bit longer, brother. Let's see. Let's see if the triple works like it does on the other ones. Trying a little rocking and a little raking. I'm not sure if Rockout's in here or not. Elroy's Toys has joined us. What's up, Elroy? Glad you made it. I'm taking my first shot at my new line head here. And the one that you see over here on Yoda is the one that the lock guy has chosen. I should be sending you and him both your packages out by Monday. I'm working to get that taken care of so you guys can get your winnings. Oh, wow, that's cool, Chuck. He says, last week, Lady Locks asked if anyone would like some locks. He said yes, and 23 locks showed up this morning. That's really cool, Chuck. Lady Locks is awesome. She's always good for things like that. Great advice and really good friendship. So anybody on my channel who does not know her or has not seen her channel, make sure you get over there and check it out. All right. This pointy one's not working. I'm going to try next. We'll give it the worm style one here. Yeah, that is a big score, David. 23 locks will keep you busy. Even if you're a great picker, that should give you at least a full 1 day of playing around. That's like one for 30 minutes for half the day. And that's only if you're actually getting them open. I'm going to try the worm triple on it now. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's the over-tensioning I'm doing. But as I said, this one's a little new to me, so I haven't developed a feel for it just yet. I will get it on open here in a moment. I believe I'm getting jammed on one of them back there. Which is one I didn't want to do too much of this to his lock, and why I asked ahead of time which one he wanted. Because these older locks are something that I do love, but I haven't played with a lot. I don't know what dangers there are when you start doing this kind of playing around with them. They're prone to tearing up stuff, so I figured if I was going to tear one up, I'd rather it be mine than my winner's. Mr. Happy, thank you for coming by. Mr. Happy's got to go. I appreciate that. You have a great night, Mr. Happy. Thanks for coming by. I'm glad you were able to make it to my live tonight. I am having a tough time getting this guy open, guys. Let's see. I don't want to give up on the escort just yet. Let me see if I can maybe try the, let's try the hybrid on it. Let's try this offset hybrid and see if it gives me any better feel on it. In a moment, we will try something else. I'd like to thank everybody. Yes, I know it's only 4 pins, GQ man, but it's also a brand new lock I've never touched. It's likely as old as you are. No disrespect. And as I've told you many times, GQ man, I'm a green belted picker that spends a lot of time answering questions, playing on YouTube, having a life where I sleep and eat. And I just got this lock about an hour ago and never touched it before this broadcast, sir. So I'm doing my best for you. I got a lock I've never touched before and let you guys choose the weapon to attack here. So, you know, if you've got other pickers doing that kind of thing, then they must be cooler than me. But I try to do my best for you here, GK man. Only 4 pins, he says. Yeah, well, there's also counter milling in some 4-pin locks. This isn't one of them, but I've seen some 4-pin locks that were green belt and would give you a hell of a problem. Good evening, NJ Local. Hope you're doing all right. Thanks for coming by. Alrighty, I'm going to switch to a regular pick for now. I'm not having much luck on it with this. Been popping locks with this thing for the last 3 days, but none of them, maybe it was 2 days now, but none of them were an old Masterlock 77. So, let me see if I can give myself a little more room. Maybe I'm using the fat side of the temperature, not giving myself enough. That's the only way it's going to hang in there. May end up having to top a keyway. Who knows? We will see. Bullet, how are you, my brother? Everybody, my brother from Florida has arrived. He is my best friend in the world. I'm glad to see you stop by. So say hello to Bullet if you get the chance. Bullet, I am attempting to open a really antique lock that I just got in the mail today. It's my first time playing around with it. And I'm doing my best to open it for everybody here tonight. But I make no promises on this one yet. Now, I'll definitely have a video of me opening it. But I'm trying to do it here on the live and maintain still talking to everybody. If I need help, let you know. I appreciate it, Bullet. I know that you're a very handy fellow. Many times that I've worked on your car with you, all I had to do was get out of the way. So you're actually a very capable man, Bullet. I'm very sure you could probably take care of it for me as well. I may have GK Man drop by and pick it for me since he's teasing me about this 4-pin lock being so hard. Dean, I'm glad to see you're back. You didn't miss much. I'm just struggling still with this line head. Apparently, master locks weren't as crappy back in the day as they are now. I think this is officially the longest I've ever spent on one master lock without an open. And that's good. I could have just been one of those guys who puts it up on a shelf and never even tries to pick it. Wouldn't that be a shame for it? I'm sure somebody's had it sitting in a drawer somewhere for like 30 years. Never touched it. Yeah, I thought about that, Wild Billiam. I didn't lube it yet. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I was not sure until right before going live which one of these 2 locks was going to be mine. I wanted to give the lock guy another chance to change his mind just in case. And you know what? I'm going to try something that may or may not work just because you guys probably already know what I'm reaching for here. I didn't have it out and ready because it lives in the back of the backup phone. But because this thing is giving me a hard time, I'm going to have no choice but to at least give this a try. Now, let's see here. Which one will it be? Let's try the double. I already tried 2 of the others. Kind of. People ask me about these maces all the time. Somebody asked me on Reddit the other day if they work or if they're hard to pick with. I told them I don't know how it works for other people, but I rather enjoy using them. If you like them, obviously you can get them from Sparrows. And Walt Cade will have a 3D case made for you. And I think Walt doesn't charge for it. You just have to send him a self-addressed stamped envelope. It is a little sticky up in there, Wild Billiam. I might give it a little lube 3-in-1 here in a second. I can feel them a little crunchy and hanging up in there. This is my first time picking a lock this old. Thank you, lock guy. Yeah, I tried to put my best into it, Mr. Lock Guy. I'm glad that you came out to check it out. I will let you know with the tracking number that yours has been sent your way. Thanks for coming to hang out. Maybe if the lock gods smile upon me, I'll get this one open. But it's not looking good right now. That's what happens. You fall in love with a lock on eBay, use it for your contest, then you finally get one in and get a shot at it. And instead of enjoying it in your chair for hours late into the night, you try and pull it out and pick it in front of everybody for the first time, stage fright and all. Hey, Mark Carter has made it over. Hello, Mark. I'm just attempting to make my first ever open on this Masterlock 77 that I got today. I'm finding out very quickly that Masterlock used to make a way better lock back in the day. Maybe they need to go back to the Lionhead, because I've spent as much time in this one as every other Masterlock I have combined, and I have not opened it yet. Not sure what I've got going on there. You know what? What I am going to do really quick is take Wild Billiam's advice. Give me one moment. Alrighty. Now, I would have been happy to do this beforehand, but as I said, I did not know which lock I'd be playing with until about 2 minutes before live. I didn't want to try and pick my winner's lock because just in case something goes horribly wrong, I don't want to tear it up. And the rules clearly state that I shouldn't play with a lock that isn't mine for reasons of that nature. So, since it is a little bit antique-y and it's been in the mail for at least a weeky, I'll give it a little love with the 3-in-1 here and see if that helps at all. Let's not go crazy with it, though. Otherwise, it'll be a disgusting mess. Just give it one quick little drop. Give one around the shackle. Or, I'm sorry, the core. So maybe the core will spin a little easier. Close up my 3-in-1. We'll use the key to work it around in the pins a little in here. Get everything nice and lubed up. Mark Carter says he is looking into making a Discord sometime in the very soon future. GK Man says he pulled a few American locks from a box. All had keys, but a Series 50, which he had open but no key. He grabbed some spare pre-cut keys, and one of them fitted. That's awesome, GK Man. Finding a working key out of just a lucky bundle is something that probably doesn't happen a whole lot. And yeah, that's 3-in-1 is doing its job. I see a little bit of gunk coming out of here already. That's what happens when you buy antiques, I guess. This is my first time. But I really wanted this to be my first one. It was the first lock I saw that really caught my fancy in the older lock category. I really like all the animal-shaped ones. Got a few pictures of other ones people own. One of my friends on Facebook has that scorpion-shaped one. It is very cool. Oh yeah, it's starting to feel pretty good in there now. See how much easier the lock is letting the key slide in and out of there? And that's what we're going for. And it's turning good now too, so let me sit it back up here for a second. We'll dry the key off. All I used, for anybody curious, was a single fat drop of 3-in-1. I'll let it go down in there. I'll let the excess kind of creep down on the side of the plug so it would get good spin. And I'm going to make another pass at it here in a second. Yeah, Terraform, I agree. I don't have any Houdini at the moment. I am a fan of it, but like an idiot, when I ordered these locks, I did not order a bottle of that. And while I was at Harbor Freight the other day, I picked up some 3-in-1 anyway, so at least I have some. The last time I had this type of issue, I didn't even have something to work with, so I thought about lubing both of these locks beforehand, but I was afraid if I did that my good friend, the lock guy, would be like, Mountain Mick, I like to dry pick. Why would you lube my lock? Because everybody's got different preferences. And yeah, you can see there on the napkin, that is not oil that I've got coming off of it there. That is a little bit of dirt and debris that has built up in this bad boy over the years. Yin Yet, nice to see you make it over, sir. For anyone curious, Yin Yet is a man. He is not a small Chinese or Asian girl. I don't know why people think that sometimes. It's kind of a ridiculous assumption, but we get a good laugh out of it sometimes. So I'm just teasing him a little bit because that's my way. Glad to see you made it, Yin Yet. You said you just sprayed a bunch of Houdini on a bunch of old rocks? Yep, that is the way, brother. I'm trying to just get my new Masterlock 77 line head worked out a little more here because I've been trying to do everything I can to get it to pop here after showing it to everybody and picking around on it for a little bit. I have not got it to open yet, but I think it was just a little sticky, so I'm hoping that I can get it to work its way open now that I have a little bit of lube in there. Everything feels a little bit more friendly in there. You may or may not be a small Asian girl or a big American dude. I hear that, Terraform. I am neither a small Asian girl or a big American dude. I am an American dude. A smaller American dude. Oh man, that one felt like it was about to go for a second. Telling you guys, these older ones, obviously, Milwaukee knew what they were doing. These new Masterlocks need to take note of the old school, and this is what happens too when you first do this, in case you've never tried it. See how my mace has got a little bit of excess coming off of it there? That's okay. It's just something that happens when you do it. It's actually good for metal, so I'm not really worried about it or anything. Just wanted to show it to you. He says the Series 50 is a GK says the Series 50 is a riveted lock instead of a security nut and bolt, which he has replacements for. That's cool. I like to keep spare parts for all my stuff if possible as well. Yet says it smells a lot better than WD-40. Well, the 3-in-1 does too, to be honest with you, Yet. Yes. The 3-in-1 has a classic mineral oily smell, I would say. It does not have that horrible aerosol canny smell of a WD-40 oil. It does not have that Houdini smell, though. Some people like it, some people don't. Doesn't really matter to me that much. I'll be honest with you guys. Mountain Mix sense of smell is not that great. So I am not concerned with the way the oil smells, only that it works. But 3-in-1 does not have a terrible one. Terraform says Houdini smells like lemon. So it's like a lemon pledge or a lemon pine saw, but for locks. Alrighty. I'm not having good luck with that at all. Here's what I'm going to try, folks. I'm going to get out the vise. And I'm going to try a whole different thing here. And if I fail, I fail. And I promise you I will make another video at some point when better worked out and practiced to show you that I am capable of opening this guy. But as it's new to me and I'm new to picking, I don't want to make a ton of excuses. And I've already given 1,000 reasons. And they're starting to sound too much like excuses for my own liking. So for now, I'm just going to keep trying. And if I become successful, excellent. If I continue to fail, that'll be okay too. But it will not be said that I did not try on Mountain Mick channel, or that I'm scared of locks, or that I only use ones that I've practiced 1,000,000 times. I see so many people say all those things about lock picker channels. And if you guys know me, you know that I am not that way. I've got a 20-minute video, or maybe 30-minute video, of me picking the hell out of one of these pack locks, and it never opens on that video. Why? Because it still hasn't opened. But I put it out so I could restudy myself. Do I find that the vise makes it easier? That's a good question, Yin Yet. I've only had my vise for a short time, but I would, in my own personal experience, say that I do prefer it thus far. It allows me to have a little bit more feel and a little more freedom with my left hand. If I try top of keyway tension, it allows me to do a little better job of feeling what responses I'm getting, and not having my hand holding a lock the whole time allows me to not vary the tension too much and screw it all up. So maybe I'll use the curved one, but it looks like it is going to be the 1.2, the big fat one. So there's definitely plenty of room in that keyway. And now everything is lubed up. So at this point, if I can't pick it, as you can see, it is not about tools or anything like that. It is just about my current lack of the ability to do so. And I will have to live with that and practice more if that turns out to be the case. So now I got my curved tensioner. We'll try that. I think that's going to work pretty good for me. And let's see. You know what? We'll because everybody encourages me to try while I'm allowed to use many different picks as possible, I'm going to give the Jimmy Longs a shot at it this time for all my American Jimmy Long fans out there. And I'm going to use the medium looking gem hook on it. So let's see if that does me any better. Let's see, it looks easier for top of keyway. Yes, Yin Yet, that's exactly what I would agree with. From my personal experience, when you get to doing top of keyway more, I have as many fits with it as everyone. Trying to pick the top of keyway can be a nightmare, especially when you're starting out. I'm still pretty fresh to the game myself, and I do find that it's a little bit easier. Oh my goodness, this thing spins. Maybe that's why I was having a little trouble with it too. Look at that, guys. I don't know if you can see this. It shouldn't matter anyway, but the little ring around the keyway there, it's probably so you can get it out, but it actually spins a little bit. I didn't notice that while I had it in hand. And that's another thing that helps too, Yin Yet, is some of the audible feedback, the clicks and whatnot. You can hear better having it lifted this high. My ears are a lot closer to it when it's up here, so I have pretty good hearing, but I feel it does help a little bit having it this close. And there shouldn't be any security pins. It should just be a standard 4-pin. So raking around a little bit in here. Yeah, having a hard time getting on the pins in this one. I don't know if they changed the shape or if I'm just not feeling it like I should be tonight. But I will be honest with you guys. I was out of town all morning, and this is not only the first time I've picked this lock. I didn't even warm up before this. So I'm not only picking a new lock, I'm picking my first lock of the day. Let's see, just ordered 2 sets of elephant trunks from Greyhound. I can't wait to be a sensitive picker and not bend my comfort tools set. Yeah, Mark Carter, that's one of the reasons I like my Sparrows for multiple daily use. I try to tell everybody, since they're 25s, cheap to replace, and what I started with, they are a very good workhorse tool. A lot of my other ones I would consider to be a little bit finer instrument stuff, but I like leaving that stuff at the house when possible. And honestly, I like to leave my whole Sparrows set at the house. I've been taking my Maces and my Escort everywhere with me, and my curved Turners, but that is all. I am not feeling it in here, guys. I don't know. It's probably just me. Let's see if I can try something else here. 1 second. Sorry, guys. The oven's on in the kitchen now, and it's getting really warm in here because I've got sleeves and everything on. Terrafon says, mine's sloppy as a pack of drunk 4-year-olds. Pins just won't stay set. Yeah, that's how it is sometimes, for sure. Let's see. I'm going to try this other tensioner I was using a second ago. Where did she run to? And this time I'm going to see what this Peterson pick feels like in there. Just because I'm going to go back to the bottom of keyway. And no, I'll keep it in the top. Why not? I've got a deeper hook here, so we'll keep it in the top and see if I can get anything worked out here. Don't drop it. Of course, now that it's oily, my fingers are slippery. That's one of the problems with playing with oil too, guys. Your fingers can get some of it on there, and it makes it a lot harder to deal with. There we go. That was definitely a click. I think I'm hitting some ward in there. Yeah, Terrafon, big click. But sometimes it's warding that you're hitting when you do that. The first one was a click, but another one that I did was just me scraping against the warding. You want me to try and zip it with the Mick Tickler, David? I'll give that a shot in the next failure attempt. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me while I continue to fail. But this is real life for anybody who's new at picking. This is what it's like sometimes. So if you're sitting at home struggling and thinking, wow, how do these guys on YouTube channels just open every lock they touch? We don't. This is what it really looks like. And anybody who tells you different is lying to you. There's some clickage going on. That was the third one. Still haven't figured out the binding order on this thing. There's another back there. I fear I might have overset one of them, but should be slippery enough to back down again. I am not having a good time getting it open though, guys. Terrafon said they heard the click in Russia. I love it when I spend 5 minutes picking warding and wondering why the lock isn't open. Yeah, that's what happened to me with that Abus I showed earlier. The reason I bought the Jimmy Long set over here of 19s and 15s is because I absolutely could not get my standard 25s up in the keyway top. That Yale keyway is the problem there. It's pretty tough. You learn more when people struggle and try different approaches in you. Well, hang around, brother. This is the channel for you. I am known to struggle, be hard-headed, show the whole thing if I need to, and I'll continue to fight for us the best of my abilities. I'm still slipping around a little bit because we've still got her pretty oily. Most of the time I would have let this thing settle for about 30 minutes to an hour after that 3-in-1, but man, guys, it really was grimy and grungy before. There was little point to me continuing picking it before trying to lube it, I'll be honest with you. Of course, the key works even when it's a grungy piece of crap. That's the difference between picking and using a key, and yet when you use a key, it's always going to work. Here, I'll show you what I mean real quick just for everybody's enjoyment. This is what it looks like opening. Okay? But that's not the way we like to open it. But as you can see, the key works great, especially now that it's oiled up. So I will continue to try for us here for a minute. I've already ran 30 minutes over what I told you guys I was going to do. And that's how it always ends up turning out. What does the key look like? Mountain Mix, says G Key Man. Well, G Key Man, I will show you because you asked. Let me get this trash oil off of it. And I will hold the napkin behind it so you can get a better look at it. It looks like it's got a bunch of really long pin low cuts in the back of the lock, and one really high one right up in front. Well, I'm sorry, that's the back. So let me switch that for the sake of picking sake. This would be where we're entering. So the number one is going to be something that I really need to sneak past and not touch. Number two is a step up from that. Number three is a step up from that. And number four out here is a super high lift. So it's pretty tricky. It is a straight staircase, which you rarely see in keys. But that is probably why I'm struggling with it a bit, guys. It is, I didn't look before. I won't lie to you. Mountain Mick doesn't look at keys before he picks. When I start having real problems with one, then I start studying this stuff. I blind picked this one. I've never touched it before the video, and now, because G Key Man has been so kind as to ask what the key looks like, I can tell that we are dealing with a bit of a nightmare. And I've got a feeling that our good friend the lock guy is going to want to know what his looks like since we mentioned it. So for the sake of fun, let's go ahead and show his key really quick. This is the key to not the one we're picking, but the one lock guy has won. And I'm going to put mine up over here to compare a little bit so we can both see. And then I'll try to take one more quick crack at this thing, but I think I'm going to lose today, gentlemen. But his is definitely different from mine, but also looks a right nightmare of pin sizes and different stuff here. Elijah! Thanks for popping in, Elijah. I'm super failing my way through trying to open this Master 77 line head, blind picking it straight out of the mail with no warm-ups, and trying multiple tools. Right now we are showing the keyway, the key to mine, which is on top, and the one on the bottom here is the key to the one lock guy I won. You'll see his sitting over on Yoda's hand when I move my hands out of the way. But I got myself one and him one. GK Man says the medium hook is the way to go. It sits low in the keyway and tilt up the tip of the pick. So GK Man, from what I can tell, is saying that that is actually the medium that of the gem hook that I was using there. I'd like to change to maybe one of my SSD. The Peterson was about right too. Maybe even the monkey paw. I really will, if I fail today, which I likely will, what I will do is Monday, Monday, I have my dog legs coming in from Greyhound, and they are the standard dog leg. I will give this a shot again with the dog leg the night that I get the dog legs, just for fun. And since it's challenging and a beautiful lock that I like showing off, I will continue to show it from time to time and try to get it open. And eventually, I'll at least have a video of me opening it either live, or I will make a short of me opening it once I get more used to it. But anyway, this one, for the sake of Lock Guy who left earlier because he had to be somewhere, this is his key. 5283 is the number on it. I'm not sure how that even would apply to the coding that Masterlock uses now or used to use, but his has a really deep one on 1, then it goes up on 2. It's about the same on 3, and then it dips back down a little on 4. So his does not look any more promising or easy than mine, but mine definitely is going to be a challenge for me because I'm going to need to sneak past that low on 1, and I'm going to have to still lift number 2, 3, and 4, and number 4 is a very high lift in the back. I believe that's the one I was having trouble getting to lift up before I lubed it up. I could feel it like a wall, but I was getting under it. It just wouldn't lift right. So obviously the key will work it, so the problem's me. That's a rule for anybody picker wise. His may be the bidding stamped on the key, just a serial number. Well, you may be right, because earlier in the video I mentioned that the keys do match the number on the back of the lock, but I didn't realize that 8 was one of the numbers. And I got a good idea from that key we just looked at that you're correct, G-Key Man. I believe that you are right, and Masterlock didn't put the bidding code like fools on their own lock. They did use a serial number to match up the key with, oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong ones, but to match up the key with the lock, because the key and the lock have the same numbers on them, and I think you're right there. They don't seem to correspond to the bidding. They seem to be an identification number. So anyway, let's see. I will try zipping a little with the McTickler because somebody asked me to do that, but I got to tell you ahead of time, my friend, I'm not good at zipping, and McTicklers, I've heard of having some nightmare stories of things happening to them if you zip too much. But because I have some backups, thanks to my good friend Nick Matlack, I will give it a shot for you one time here. Like I said, I am not a zipper. My understanding is that kind of like raking, you're trying to catch the shear as you zip your way out. So it's not really about tensioning so much as getting that lucky timing of it right. And as I said, that's not something I'm anywhere near proficient at. I don't practice it. It's not a style I use. I'm usually an SPP or a rocker and rarely a raker. But it does have a low, so I'm going to try and sneak back here in the back, see if I can get anything. It's probably going to be something I can't get tonight, guys. But I will continue to give it a shot for a minute here. Elijah, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one, brother. See, I'm at an hour 35, guys, so that's what I was thinking too, GK man. Zipping is not a good attack for this preference lock. That low 1 is going to make it basically something that I'm going to continue to have to sneak under, because it really is a downward staircase. You rarely see one, but this lock is a downward 4-pin staircase. So the one in the back is the very highest lift, and then number 3 is a little lower, number 2 is a little lower, and number 1 looks like it's basically a zero lift type of affair. Maybe just a slight touch. I am still going Mr. Happy. I'm not sure I'd call it totally awesome, but I'm glad it's awesome for you to be back and sharing this moment with me. I'm just showing the reality of lock picking to some of our friends here. I have put some 3-in-1 since you've been gone in my Master 77 line head. I have had zero luck opening it yet, trying multiple attacks and approaches. And we recently took a quick look at the bidding on the the keys of my lock, and then compared it as well to the lock guys. And it would appear that mine has a staircase downward from the back. So when I say that, what I mean is number 4 is a super high lift. Number 3 is a little lower. Number 2 is a little lower. And number 1 is an almost no lift or no lift altogether. So I'm going to start at the back with this Peterson that I just got for free recently. I'm going to take my time. And talking to you guys distracts me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I'm still getting the hang of doing that. But trying to get enough tension to bind a little. Feel 2 just had a little click. 3 has a little click. 4. Oh, it's clicking, but it's not set yet. Maybe now. It's such a high lift on 4. 3, 2. Just bump 1 a little bit on my way back. See if anybody's still hanging out. Oh, yeah, I think that's 2. That's 3. 4. Yeah, maybe 1. Still getting nothing on 1 yet. Somebody else is not set right yet, or overset. 3 or 4 is giving me the problem right now, I believe. Yeah, it's the 4, guys. That 4 is really being an asshole back there. Alright, let's try this. A little more. I'm going to give it a few more minutes. Maybe try another one. GQ Man says a shorter hook might do better. Alright, GQ Man. We'll try something shorter. Because this is indeed a very tall one. This Peterson that they sent me. I don't have more of those to try. I have enjoyed playing with it the last couple of days. It's good for some things, but what I'm going to try is the monkey paw that I haven't tried out yet. Yeah, I'm trying to get it from the back to the front, Terrafon. The problem is they don't always bind from the back to the front. So I'm starting at the back, working my way forward to try and avoid the 1 pin until I know it's the one binding. And then if it even needs a bump, I will hit it then. But I'm doing what exactly you're all suggesting is my approach. I'm trying to start in the back, see if anybody wants to move and lift. Getting a little better feedback from the paw. I think it does a better job holding the pin, which is another reason I'm looking forward to a dog leg. That's the one. Click. My goodness. All right. And somehow I'm still, there's a lot of room in here. I'm getting between, I can feel my pick trying to sneak between the pins and the side of the inside. Instead of lifting the pin, it's trying to sneak off of the pin, which is why I broke out the monkey paw. But man, this thing is first it was a sticky mess, and now it's a little bit of a slippery one that needs to dry back a little bit. I don't think I'm going to be able to get her for you guys tonight. Just wanted to show some perseverance and hope it worked out. And sometimes it just won't. Robbie Frechette, welcome, sir. Glad to see you join us. Still just failing really hard right now. I'm trying to pick a new Master 77 that I got today. Didn't do any warm-up picking, and I've never picked this lock before. It's an antique lock, a bit of an antique, and I lubed it, but it is just a nightmare of feel in there right now. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like, I'm either getting warding click, or something won't lift, or when it does, it doesn't want to set. It's just not wanting to play ball with me at all right now. And I was afraid that might happen. But as I said, I will continue to take another crack at this one in the future. I appreciate you guys patiently hanging out with me. And for anybody who says that pickers never try new locks or locks that they haven't prepped off camera and blah, blah, etc., you just let them know to come watch Mountain Mick fail his ass off. Because there's plenty of that going on. Oh no, Mr. Frechette, we already have 3 and 1 all up in here. It's a slippery, slidey mess that hasn't had time to dry. I don't have any Houdini here, but we've already went the road of lubing it, sir. Unfortunately, it's just a lock from many, many years ago, and it's got a little age on it, and apparently Masterlock made better locks then, and you missed it while I was showing the key, but my goodness. But it's got a downward staircase from the back forward, sir. So number 4 is a high lift, 3 is lower, 2 is a little lower, and that 1, if I touch it, is going to screw everything up. Anyway, it seems that I'm not going to be able to get it tonight. So what I'm going to do, just to make myself feel a little better, is a little quick pop therapy. Because I'm not going to be putting out videos into the wild that show me opening no locks. You can all stare at this beautiful Master 77 line head that's going to lock guy. And the other one that we've got right here. And any of you that want to hang out for another quick couple of minutes, I'm going to use a couple of different things and get a couple pops off here before I try and eat some dinner. Because I think I've spent 45 minutes-ish trying to struggle. You can't believe I can pronounce your last name correctly, Robbie Frechette? Well, that's because I know 2 people in West Palm Beach, Florida with your last name that have been good friends of mine for a long time, sir. So, I would be remiss to misenunciate your last name. Is that French or Italian, Robbie? I want to say French. Alright, so what I'm going to do, as I said, is get myself some quick pops out of here, because I am annoyed. Highly annoyed. Well, not highly annoyed. I'm actually enjoying the fact that my new lock's just not a pushover. French Canadian. That's good enough for me, Robbie. If you're from French Canada, you're French Canadian. If you don't speak French, you're still French Canadian. You just don't speak French. I'm Irish American, and I haven't stepped foot in Ireland in my entire life. Nor do I speak Irish. Some people say Gaelic, but that's not technically correct. Gaelic is the language of Scotland. The language of Ireland can be referred to as Gaelic, but they also enunciate it different. It sounds more like Gaelig when we say it. So that's a little Irish lesson for you for the day. However, I am a potato-eating, Guinness-drinking, dancing, fighting, cussing Mick, which is how I have my name. Cheese Grits, what's up, brother? I'm glad you came. I've been failing my way through a Masterlock 77 I never got open for the entire show, almost. And I'm not even doing any single pinning right now. I'm about to do some mace action just to make myself feel good. Right now we're doing therapy pops real quick, cheese grits, before we wrap. Terrafon, thank you for helping Cheese Grits out with that. Good to see Cheese Grits. Check out Cheese Grits' channel if you don't already know him. Give him a like, subscribe. He's a good friend of mine. I talked to him on the phone besides talking to him out here in Reddit land. That felt nice. Got my mace pop on. These are just the Harbor Freights and the Master 3-up. As we all know, I just got these the other day, but I knew that they wouldn't give me a hard time. And I'm trying to get a couple therapy pops out before this show's over, so everybody knows I am an actual lock picker and not just somebody who plays around with antiques and never open them. Because that's what it would look like to me. However, if you have not noticed yet, Cheese Grits, I do have a couple of the Master Lionhead 77s in here now. One of them is mine, this beauty right here, which has been giving me fits for about an hour. I will have to come back at it another date and get it open. It has a downward staircase, something I've never dealt with, which is a 4-pin nightmare. The back one is a high lift. The next one at 3 is a little bit lower. The second is a little lower. And the number 1 looks like you either barely touch it or no lift. So I'm going to have to find some more attacks on that, do a little practice off camera, and come back at that one. Chuck Soup. Chuck Soup is my very first subscriber, gentlemen. I appreciate all of his support as much as all of yours. But I bring it up because if you do not currently support Chuck Soup and have not subscribed to his channel, I highly would recommend you get over there as well. He's a great guy and he puts out some good content. Some of these guys who are in the chat are way better pickers than myself. And that's why I like to make friends with them, because if you want to get better at this kind of thing, you need to know people who are better at it than you are. It's just like chess or anything else in life. You follow the success. I am not that guy for you to follow quite yet. I appreciate your support. I'm a friendly, knowledgeable fellow, but I am working to be more worthy for your watching experience every day. And I do the best that I can. Feels, oh, there it is. I almost dropped it. Damn. That would have been a nightmare. It's like 100 degrees in my kitchen right now because Dad just made some pizza and some coffee. And I have long sleeves on. And I feel like I'm going to pass out just about. Because I've been sitting here picking for an hour and haven't taken a sip of my fine cheer wine from Cookout. That is a North Carolina colloquial thing, you guys. Some of you in the South may know. Some of you in some other areas may know. Cookout's the bomb, and Cheerwine is the bomb. But you can't get them everywhere. There we go. Give me 1 second, guys. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. That's right, Terrafon. It just means you're hanging out with a bunch of idiots, probably. Either that or you're a really smart cat and you need to go to college or somewhere where you can find some more like-minded, intelligent folk. Alright, guys. Sorry, I had to grab a smoke because, much like after relations with a beautiful lady, all of that struggling with a lock has made me nicotine fit a little bit. And finally getting my pops out a little bit is helping immensely. So I'll sit here and hang out with you guys for a minute longer. We're at 1:50, so you got 10 minutes to hang out, chit-chat. If you want Mick to tell you about something, to try something else, to use a different tool that you didn't get to see me play around with, to tell you where you can find something that I have, or just whatever you want to do. You got about 10 minutes to get that out of your life, off your chest, and into the internet, so that we can all help you with it and get on with our evenings. Because Mountain Mick was trying to aim for an hour, and that's exactly how I should have known it would end up this long. I didn't expect for the Masterlock 77 to put up such a fight, but if I'm completely honest with you, I'm very glad it did, because since it's my newest lock and it commemorates my first contest of our channel, I'm very glad and surprised to find that it's not an easy lock to pick. I thought it was going to be a bit of a pushover, like most master locks that you see me slaying all day. And I gotta say, I'm rather impressed with how tough it is. And I hope that my friend Lock Guy has a similar experience of enjoyment with his own. Let's see what else I got going on here. I'll show you guys this black flag set really quick. And I might even take a second to try out one of these Kilamaru feather tensions that I've never tried before. Because I got those the other day from Georgia Jim. I've yet to try them yet. And I can't use the black flags on anything yet because I've still got to get some dimple locks. But just wanted to show them really quick. Lock Junkie, what's up, brother? Robbie Freshette, the first batch I got a few cylinders and a couple cores. Nothing terribly hard. They were fun. Tiny little lock that opens backwards. Interesting. Is the Berserker box worth the price in your opinion? I haven't got one yet, Chuck, and I know you're asking Robbie Freshette, so I hope he gives you a good answer there. I've seen some people, one of my good friends, Jaded Argyle, that I talk to a lot, he recently ordered one of their bundles, and he added the hard lock option, I believe, so he could get a Medico biaxial or something thrown into the batch. So I think he was happy overall with that. I'll have to ask him follow up about that. At the moment, I'm just showing these black flags that I got just for the sake of fun. I don't have a lock to stick them in yet, and I'm going to try a couple more things here before we go. You like these cheese grits, NyQuil? The Killamarus? I'm gonna use those in a second, so you'll get a better look at them. I have not tried them. I often thought that they looked a little more artsy than picky, but they may be super practical and work well. I don't know, and I will not make a comment either way until I can try it. Because my good friend who sent me these pics I'm holding, George Jim, in all his wiseness, has advised me very kindly that until I try something, it's best to just withhold comment on it, so I don't have to put too much of my own foot in my own mouth, and so I don't have to eat too much crow in the future. And I think he's agreeable to all of us, a very wise picker, and number one on the list. He ought to know what he's talking about. So any advice he gives me, I write it down in a book and read over it, and I take it very much to heart. I've heard a lot of things about these black flags before. I gotta say, they feel pretty solid. The rubber grip on them feels really nice. It's got the keyway on the back of all of them, so you can kind of keep track of how far you've got your flag turned in which direction. I think that's a genius idea. And as I said, I don't have any dimples yet, but I am in the works of getting a hold of a few, so that way I can show you guys me trying to use these things. And let's see. Robbie says it's kind of a gamble like everything else. 5 locks, varying levels of, and it may or may not have keys. Oh, okay. It only cost you 10 in shipping. Is that a lot or a little, Robbie? I don't pay shipping to a lot of these companies enough to know. I usually order something and get free shipping. Just curious. Robbie says he doesn't feel ripped off. He ordered a second set, so It's either okay or he's kind of dumb. I would agree with that, Robbie. Ordering twice is a pretty good testament that you liked it the first time. Lock Junkie, I appreciate you coming to hang out with us, brother. I've been in talks with Lock Junkie of him joining us on live sometime soon on my channel. And I'm very much looking forward to that. We're going to figure out how to get that going for you guys, hype it up, and do it real sometime soon. Big love for you, brother. If you don't know Lock Junkie, make sure you go check out his channel and show him some love as well. He is a great friend of mine. Got nothing but big love for him. We talk outside of the inter-realm sometime as well. And I very, very closely value all my friendships that go on here, as well as the ones that go on from here and on into my day-to-day life. So, waiting for the bus. I hear that, brother. I've done tons of that in Florida. So, yeah, those are the black flags that... Let's give one of these bad boys a try real quick. Why not? If I'm going to be able to feel through it. Well, let me try it on this one right here. Should have brought more locks out here, but I didn't expect to do this much picking. This video was originally just going to be me showing the two locks, picking around on the one for a minute, and then calling it a day. But I always end up hanging out with you guys and picking a little longer, and I really enjoy it. So I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. See, the feather tool, tension tool. It is new to me. I have not tried this tool before either. I have zero practice with it. So this is my first attempt to do anything with it. And that should give you an idea of what somebody brand new will experience with it. So far, I will say that I can feel the feedback in this piece much better than I anticipated that I would. And it does seem, with the spring, to be keeping me from tensioning too tightly. See, this little piece here is not touching here. Unless you push hard that it's touching this little piece here, you're definitely overdoing it. And that may be a good way for someone new to learn how much tension you're supposed to be using. I heard that people raved about these things when they first came out and everybody wanted them. And then I heard a lot of people not liking them afterward, whether they knew what they were talking about and used them or not. I do not know. I can't speak for anybody else's behalf. But they do look really awesome. I'll agree with anybody who thinks that they're cool looking. And seems to be functional. It's not my go-to kind of thing, but I think if I practiced with it more, I might take a liking to it. The audio. I did not switch mics. It wouldn't be a mountain mix stream if it wasn't an hour. You guys hear me? Somebody out there let me know if you still hear me. I think I was just mumbling because I got a cigarette in my mouth, guys. I'm sorry about that. Is everybody still hearing me? Might have been you. I just want to make sure that you're hearing me. Let me try this other one. Maybe I'll have better luck with the other one. Let's see what this other one's about. I think it's got a similar build. It's got the spring on the back there. And I think the idea is to not push it hard enough to close this gap. Yeah, that's what happened, Mr. Happy. I was either leaned away too far or I just mumbled off a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. I'll try to do a little better at making sure you can hear me. My goodness. I will say that I have not had this much trouble opening this lock ever before.
Maybe for tension that I've never got used to with these yet. And it may just be the lock being shy, but I don't know. It's not going well for me. Then again, I think I've super jinxed myself a lot. This is the answer, Terrafont. I'm a mechanic. My hands are both busy, but this is in my mouth. I smoke with a cigarette in my mouth without the use of my hands. It doesn't burn my eyes because I wear contacts and I've been doing it for years. I bet you can hear me enunciate a lot better now, though. Sorry, that's just one of the many trappings of spending this much time on camera. I haven't reached a point in my life where I don't need a smoke break every once in a while if I do this much working on stuff. My garages let me smoke in them or step out and smoke real quick. And if they don't, I will find another garage. You can bet that. So obviously I need some more practice with the Kilomarus and with the Masterlock 77. I'm not going to struggle with anything more tonight because I don't want to give everybody a horrible impression of me. But what I am going to do is pop these other brinks real quick, and we'll get some wrap up going on this thing. Have I been on for 2 hours and then 4 minutes 55 seconds? I must, because my timer rolled over. That's really weird. I didn't know that would even happen. Anyway, let's go ahead and get our pops out, and we will I blame YouTube too, Terrafon. YouTube does a lot of crazy stuff. I'm probably lucky I haven't lost signal altogether at least once, because the last few lives that I had definitely had some issues with that type of stuff. I didn't even switch tools. What am I thinking here? So I'll kind of be winding it down now. I've still got a dope chicken wrap. There we go. Still got some really good chicken wraps I need to eat from Cookout. And I'm starting to get a little hungry after I've been slight calorie burning from picking. The connection has been great today, Mr. Happy. I'm glad that it's been strong for us this time, especially after I heard that they had some issues at the Lady Locks live I was watching earlier. I didn't want to step on any toes. I figured they'd still be going for a while and I could get back over there and hang out too. But GQ Man told me they had some type of technical difficulty that crashed it. Terrafon says, now I'm curious how many calories picking burns. Well, probably not a lot, Terrafon. But they say that, watching TV burns so many calories, I've heard. I don't know how that's possible, but maybe it depends on what you're watching on TV. Yeah, Cheese Grits and NyQuil says it depends on how hard you strangle the pick. That is correct, Cheese Grits. That is correct. I was working pretty hard and having a lot of nerves while messing with that Master 77. Anybody who picks on camera will tell you it's a lot different when you get on camera. The locks get shy. And when you've never picked one before, the extra stress of wanting to perform and do well for everyone is there. So sometimes it works out, sometimes it does not. Let's see, where did that thing go? I don't think I used the McTickler for anything with that zip attempt earlier, so I'll go ahead and get one out on this one real quick too for all of my covert people out there. Just to remind them that their buddy Mountain Mick still likes to use covert tools times two. And yet it says, Mick, I remember watching people use those tensioners and his picks maybe Lock Noob, and yeah, Kilamaru was the one who made the picks and the tensioners. Lock Noob is basically a spokesman for sparrows sometimes, and does a lot of research development. Wow, this thing really does well with opening with that McTickler. I thought it wasn't locked up the first time it opened so quick, so I locked it back up, and it didn't. Let's see. Occasionally it's a full body workout. Mr. Happy Chuck Soup says, is that per pin set or per pin touched? Does sitting take more calories to overset it? And Terraphon says, according to ChatGPT, depending on body weight, picking will burn between 115 and 210 calories per hour. That is an interesting take, Terraphon. So, looks like if you're trying to lose weight out there in internet land, maybe besides just having a good diet, you should take up a little bit of lock picking, because apparently you can burn between 115 to 210 calories per hour picking. G Keyman says it's probably because you forget to eat. That's also possible. And I would say that you're going to need to pick a lot at even at 210 calories per hour. That means you're going to need to pick for about 3 or 4 hours to be able to go eat a Big Mac meal. I don't want to depress anybody, but if you went and got you a big combo from one of the fast food joints, you're going to need to put in 4 hours of picking tonight to even it out.
It's political, and certainly it is, but how is it political when you are in Missouri? There are only 2 African Americans in Congress, and you'd be obliterating one of them in your redistricting plan. Same thing.
Sorry, guys, I was looking for my big old box of locks. It's on the other side of the table here. Let's see, pick heavy locks and no vice. I hear that. Picking in hand probably should help a little better. Robbie Frechette says if he's picking, he's not eating cheeseburgers, so that does help. That's true. If you got both hands busy, it's hard to feed yourself. We're going to get a couple of other stars out here real quick. Get a couple more quick pops in because we already been rolling this long. You guys seem to be having a good time in the chat anyway. And I think I got a few more in me before I grab this chicken wrap masterpiece I have going on. So let's see, for the sake of wrapping everything up, if I can run through this set real quick. Very fun to have. And then we'll do the quick wrap up thing and get on out of here. I'm sure everybody else would like to get on that. No, I don't have my Berserker patch yet, Cheese Grits. My friend, the Red Bridge Butcher, is supposed to send me 20 of these babies right here. The Brinks Brass. He apparently has like 100 of them, and I've asked him to send me 20 of them because hypothetically, I would like to take my maces and make an attempt at 20 of them. I don't know how much practice I'll need to do to get 20 of these babies to pop with the mace in the allotted time, but that won't be the one, not the worm. It likes the sharp one. It likes the Bogota better. I do know that. See what I mean? So I got a feeling that I'd really like to take my Berserker run with the maces if possible, because I don't think anybody's done it yet. And if I can pull that off, it'll be a really, really cool mountain Mick miracle. So I may give it a try that way. Now let's see what else we got going here. keep picking around with some different stuff just for fun. Let's try the number 5 with that Peterson pick. Cheese grits, do that shit live. It will change your view of the world. I hear you, buddy. Used a half diamond and it made the difference, huh? Well, I got a half diamond on the Escort. Maybe I'll give that a shot. It's hard to get under these with the Peterson because it's got such a... It's a good deep reach one. I probably shouldn't have been using it on this one, but we will try it anyway because I'm hard-headed. I say, why not? Some tools are not the right tools for the job, as you all know. I keep slipping my tension here. My finger's still a little bit oily from earlier. What? We'll go back to the Escort. Only thing I showed with the Escort earlier was a little bit of struggling on something, so we'll get a couple of good pops off with this one real quick. You mentioned the half diamond, so that's one that I only recently got, but really enjoy myself, Cheese Grits. This is the only half diamond I have, and I'm gonna get another one in a regular pick, but I've been doing a lot of testing it out with this thing, and I really do like it. Any of you guys in the chat got you a jackknife already? What kind of jackknife do you have? What do you like? What do you think you want to get? This is a very touchy subject for a lot of people, apparently. And I continue to try and tell everyone I encourage them to get whatever you like. Start with some zips. I'm no hybrid picker, Cheese Grits. What are you talking about, guy? Start with some zips. I think you're a jinx, Cheese Grits. That's what I think. I'm kidding, buddy. You know I got nothing but love for you. Here, you want some zip? Told you, zipping is not my forte, sir. The half diamond gets the job done on the Escort, all right? Let's move along here. Try the Brinks. This is a Brinks 40 millimeter. I'm glad you laughed, Cheese Grits. You know I'm just harassing you, bud. That's what we do on Mountain Mick channel. It's the Irish way. Harassment is love. It only comes from friends and people who want to be friends. So I keep telling the trolls out there, boom, see, there we go. Half diamond again. Rocking that thing. And I'm gonna use the triple on this one again. And I guess I'll use the worm one this time. Let's see if I can get this number 3 open. I think it's a 3. I might have grabbed the 1 actually. No, that's a 3. I had to double check because I've got a number 1 that looks just like this. It's got the same commercial, same color and everything, I believe. Oh yeah, the half diamond's great, Cheese Grits. I will not deny that. Try slow zipping with medium hook. Apply slight pressure toward the pins and drag the pick out several times. Alright, I will give that a shot at some point, GK man. I definitely need to practice some zipping. It is not a tool I've learned to utilize just yet. I'm more of a rocker when I do my raking. I do try to do some of the, I don't like to say saw. It's more of a piston, you know. A saw is when you see somebody just digging away at it. And that doesn't vary enough. It does vary, but if it don't make it on a few passes, it's not going to work. What you want to do is change the angle up and down as you're going in and out at different angles. So a nice piston type attack is the way that's preferable. you want to do like that. Now, as I said, I'm more of a rocker, so I like to have certain rakes that I can just pull in and out just a tad and rock up and down until I get my pop on, like a saw. So I'll do a little rock, little raking, little rocking and raking. And as I said, I am not very practiced at zipping, guys, but I'll try getting better at it so I can show it later. Am I getting jammed on there? Cheese grits, that is a book you just wrote, but I love it. What you got here? Every technique has its own place. For me, zipping with the half diamond's how I got through the Berserker challenge. For God's sake, it's hard enough to get the tensioner set right under that pressure. Yeah, the clock, cheese grits, the clock can be a hurtful mistress. I once told the story that I worked on drum brakes, which have all kinds of springs and things on them if you've never changed one. But I could build a drum brake in high school many times over. But when I went to NASCAR Tech, when we had brakes class, part of the lab final was a timed challenge of getting the brake pads, shoes technically, changed on a rear drum style. And under that pressure, I'd never done it that way, so I failed miserably. So that's just how life is with some things. The clock adds pressure, the camera adds pressure. Friends telling you, get it done, buddy, will give you some extra pressure. And that's, that's okay. It's just a part of life too. Oh man, I slipped my tensioner. Damn it. I'm going with the mace. We got to get this thing over, guys. Gonna have to go to old reliable mace work so I can get us all back to our lives here. But I do appreciate everybody hanging out. Robbie says, interesting, I had to reconnect to the live stream, and when I did, it fixed the audio. Yeah, that proves right there, Robbie, that it is YouTube. Sometimes when I log out of a live, I can't get back in. All of a sudden, it'll say that it's a private affair. And I'm like, I was just in there. What the hell do you mean? But it does happen. See, look how much faster the mace popped that thing, guys. Lock Guy said he's back for a bit. How's it going? Well, Lock Guy, I'm glad you asked in a way, because I'm going to give you the rundown on what you missed as I get all of this put up. I am done picking for the night. I'm getting really hungry. I've got to get back to my cookout chicken wraps that are waiting in the microwave. But what happened was, since you left, I did have to go ahead and try some 3-in-1 in my own lock. It looks like I've got a little bit of more that dripped out of it there while it's been hanging out. But my Master 77, I never got it open yet, Lock Guy. You saw me struggle with it for a while. Well, I finally did add a little bit of 3-in-1 to mine. And the pins got really nice and lubed in there. They're moving around, but I was never able to get it open. So what we did was take a quick look at the keys. This is the bitting on mine, Lock Guy. And you will notice it is what I call a downward staircase, which is a nightmare. The one in the front is the super low cut, which means it's almost a no lift, if it's a lift at all. And then number 2 is a little higher lift. Number 3 is a little higher than that. And number 4 is this little peak up here at the end of the key. So it's a super high lift and a super low cut. And everything in between steps down. So it's been a nightmare for me. I didn't know this about it till about 20 minutes in, and GK Man asked me to show us the key. And then I went ahead and showed everybody your key. Does it feel mushy? It's hard to describe, Lock Guy. I'm still trying to get a feel for it. First, it was a little bit just too dry, old brass brass feeling, metal on metal, you know, that slightly sandy feel of a lock that needs some 3-in-1 or some Houdini. That's how it felt before, and I was getting literally no response from it because of that. Well, now that it's freshly lubed, it's not mushy, but it is so well lubed that I'm having a little hard time staying on the pins and getting the feedback that I want. And so far, I would have to say that it's more challenging than any other Masterlock I own, except for the American series ones. They made Masterlock 4 pins way better back then, apparently. And I did struggle with it a lot. Terraphon says, is it a Masterlock if it doesn't feel mushy? I would say that it feels a little mushy, as a Masterlock tends to do. But that's because of the springs, definitely, in this case. The springs have a little age on them, and that's one of the reasons I oiled them up a little bit. And I think after it's had a little bit more time to dry, usually I would lube it the way I did with the key earlier, and I would actually let it dry overnight, or at least an hour or two before I took a shot at it. But everything's worked in there really good now, and I will be making another attempt at it soon. I'll make sure I get an open on it on camera. But you should have a good time struggling with yours, or maybe you'll be really good and pop it that first time and show it to us. Yeah, we've tried a lot of that stuff, Lock Guy. I appreciate your enthusiasm and your advice. I will absolutely give some of it a shot. I'll try some different things off camera, figure out what's best for my own attack, and I will come back and report to you all with that and show you an open on it. This is yours, Guy. Yours isn't exactly like mine. It's more like one of my 1100s or one of my pack locks. It's got that really low cut one, just like mine. But then your 2 and 3 are the high ones. The 2 seems to be a little higher, but maybe the same cut as your 3. And then the 4 dips back down, but not quite as low. So yours is more of a high in the middle wave, whereas mine is a downward staircase. So it's definitely going to be a different experience for you to try out. I'm looking forward to you getting it so you can show us a video of it, and hopefully you'll have better luck on it than me when you first get it and give it a try. I have done everything I can with also trying to give it the old Lock Guy persuasion. We've seen your skills. That's how you won this contest, brother. So I have little doubt that you'll have a little better luck at it than me. And I don't mean because of bidding. I mean because of skill, sir. So I will find my way to getting that. But as I told everyone earlier, Lock Guy, I was gone all day. I had no warm-up practices of any kind. And I did not pick either one of those locks at all before coming on tonight. So it definitely was the blindest of blind picks, hardest of first picks I've ever had in my life. And you got to also add in the camera factor and the live trying to talk to people and not zone out and pretend you guys aren't here factor. So got a lot going on there, but I will not continue to act like, it's not just a skill issue. It's probably mostly just me. I'll get some more practice in. I'll come back strong, and I will slay that thing on camera for everybody. I'm basically just getting my tools put up here and continuing to chat with you guys for a minute. We're about 3 minutes away from the 2.5 hour mark, which will mean that I have now dragged us out into probably my longest video, breaking the record yet again for longest live mountain mic. But I've got 21 likes, 10 people still in the chat, and everybody seemed to have a great time hanging out with us tonight, watching me fail and BSing around. And for that reason, that's why I love lock sport, man, because you guys You guys have been really good about staying here, hanging out, supporting me, giving some good ideas about how to get this thing open. And I appreciate all of that. The lock sport community is always outstanding, full of great people and support. And I appreciate you guys not just sitting here razzing me and saying, Mountain Mick, you suck. What the hell are you doing with your life? Maybe you should stop picking today. So thank you for not being that way. You guys are all rock stars at being great people. Um, Again, thanks to our buddy uh, Door and Lock Tips for everybody who's getting one of these sent out to them. I have enjoyed this Peterson pick a little bit over the last couple days. I was pleasantly surprised with how nice it feels, how much response I get, and actually how much I enjoy the way it feels in my hand for a smaller pick. You guys know I'm a handle snob, and I'm glad it has a handle, but I was pleasantly surprised with the way it felt, not only texture-wise, but I was surprised that with the size of it, that I enjoyed using it as much as I do. So I really enjoy it, and perhaps I will look into some Peterson picks to continue to play around with in the future. Let me put these Killer Maru tensioners up. I'll have to practice a little more with these. I like the way they feel, but I was not able to get any opens with them yet because they are too new to me for me to really understand some of the feedback that I'm getting with the difference. So, let's see. You got your email saying it was on the way, Cheese Grits NyQuil? Awesome, brother. And Lock Guy says he couldn't resist either. Well, I don't know if any of you guys got the other email yet, but he had a follow-up email where they will be doing some big promotional sales, which is likely why they're giving us these things, and that's cool. It's obviously a good marketing idea, and I couldn't resist it either. And apparently they're going to have 1 or 2 days coming up where if you use this code and have a minimum purchase amount, you'll get like 60 or 80%, something crazy like that off that day. So apparently Ken is working with Michael, and they are trying to put together some cool stuff to get more of their picks in the hands of the community. And while I've heard lots of things, good and bad, Mountain Mick always gives everybody a fair shake. And until I feel slighted in some way by anybody, I will not be slinging mud in any direction. Uh, I highly appreciate the promotion that they have going on and the chance for me to try out one of their picks. And I will say that it's a genius idea because it had the exact effect I'm sure they hoped it would. I now know what one feels like, and I do like it. And I am now considering getting some at some point. So, well done on that, gentlemen. Before, I had no opinion about it, and now I at least know that I do like them. So, I will leave it at that. And I've been spent a lot of time with the escort that Georgia Jim sent me. Another thank you to him for that. I love this thing, guys. I know everybody's got mixed feelings about the different jackknives around, and all I can speak to about that is this is the only one I have. It's the only one I've tried, and I will be trying some other ones out, but I will be keeping the escort on me at all times because I do love it, and it works pretty damn good for me. Let's see. Yin Yet says, ordered the whole list of things. Well, cool, Yin Yet. Bosnian Bill loved their picks, says Cheese Grits and NyQuil. Yeah, Cheese Grits and NyQuil. I gotta say that when it comes to the classic pickers, Bosnian Bill and Lock Noob, and I think even LPL, I've seen all of them use Petersons at various points, and many of the reasons for that is because of the Peterson gem. The Peterson gem isn't quite the same as a gem hook, because the gem hook is designed to be kind of like a hybrid between a real gem and a hook. That's why it's called a gem hook. And the half diamond that I was showing earlier is a better example, or maybe even the offset hybrid. I would say the offset hybrid might be the closest to what they have going on there. But the Peterson gem is a highly sought after and enjoyed profile. And I have not used the original myself, but when you see that purple handle in the hands of Bosnian Bill or Lock Noob, generally that is what they are using. They're using a classic Peterson gem. So it must, in the right hands, be a formidable weapon of Lock's. So that is all I can say about it, because I don't have one myself, but I am interested, as you all, about maybe trying one in the future. That being said, of course, I love my monkey paw, all my sparrows. And while speaking of the monkey paw, for anybody who does not know what a monkey paw is for some crazy reason, the monkey paw is referring to this little notch that holds the pen with its hand, like a monkey paw cupped this way. So, because of my love for the monkey paw, I will be getting more monkey paws. I will also be getting the monkey paw, the Tron, and all those sweet expansions that Sparrows has for the escort. I'm going to see if Uncle S will give me some love and maybe hook me up with the ones I don't have. If not, I will probably go ahead and order them anyway, because I love my Sparrows kit and I'm kind of a collector anyway. And that being said, I would like to mention that the elephant trunk, which is made by our good buddy Greyhound, is similar in design to the monkey paw. It's got a straight shaft and the little notch in it. Lots of people like those. And the ever popular dog leg that he has, I will have to show you very soon, thanks to Delbert. It will be coming in, and it's got a dip instead of a straight, so it's got more of a low reach type of profile, but it still has the notch in the tip down here. And I've been told by everyone who has one that it does a fantastic job. Greyhound made a thicker version and called it a heavy dog leg. And I spoke to him the other day. His medium have just come out, and he and Broke have just finished. Broke Picks, my brother, my good buddy that I was on with the other night on Broken Rune. He's been helping Greyhound to develop a deep. And if you go check out Broke Picks, you'll see him using some of those. You should definitely check out his channel, and maybe check out Rune Smith and the Broken Rune, where I guest co-hosted the other night while Rune's on vacation. And absolutely go check out Greyhound Picks and my buddy Greyhound's channel if you don't know them already. Greyhound put out a video, I believe earlier today, that I saw, where he was using the prototype final edition, most likely, of his new Deep. So if you haven't seen that new Deep yet, any of you guys, I would tell you that as soon as we're done here, to go check out Greyhound's new lineup of videos, because he has a video showing him using the new Deep that will be available soon. So shout out to him. He's a great friend. We'll be on his live with him soon, because he's been inviting me since the day I got into this and was becoming known. He's a good friend to me, a good friend of the whole community, and his picks are very well loved amongst the community, and I'm about to find out exactly why very soon. I have no doubt that they will be amazing, which is why I am so excited about that. Let's see. That's about all the rambling I've got to put out here and shout out for people and show products that we have going on. Another quick shout out to my boy Scooby. He got his purple belt the other day. Still celebrating that a bit. He's worked really hard. He was a green belt when I met him. He helped me from day one. He's a great guy. And I noticed that he was, I told him even back then that he was a few belts short of where he should be. His knowledge and picking are higher caliber than a green belt should have. And at some point, he's become inspired to go ahead and get those belts. So he got his blue belt about a month ago, I believe. And he was just awarded his purple belt. So big congrats to him for that. He's been putting in the work. He's a great guy, and shout out to him for getting that done. I love seeing my friends do great things and accomplish all the goals that they set with their lock sport adventure. Let's see, so that's about it, man. I'd also say Seahorn, I don't know if he's still in here, but he's sending me a lock I will be showing you guys soon. So it's going to be a Pack Lock 100. He just sent it out to me today. Just want to thank him, but we will do a bigger thank you to him, and I will also be giving his actual YouTube a shout out and sending some of you guys over there when I show that lock off, because he's a new good friend of mine, and we always like to spread the love to all the friends of my channel as much as possible. My friend Terraphon, who's joined us in the chat for pretty much the entire stream, thank you for coming, Terraphon. We've been talking a lot today, and you had the mod ask you when you were going blue. Yeah, I know. That's MG Secure. Shout out to MG Secure. That's my favorite mod over there on Reddit. And they're all great. Don't get me wrong. MG Secure has just helped me really quickly a few times when I asked for some help with something. And for that reason, I usually tag him first when I have some mod stuff going. So Terraphon is talking about getting his blue belt. His Pack Lock 200K finally got done. So big congrats to him for that. Congrats for the 200K. I can't wait to see you get your patch and stuff. And he looks to be, I believe, finished with his challenge lock now. Am I mistaken, Terraphon? Are you still working on it, or did you finish it? I know you were getting really close to having that thing done. And as I told you, it's not going to be hard for you to find somebody to send that thing to. Yinette says, good show, Mick. Thanks. Thank you, Yinette. I appreciate you dropping in, hanging out with us so long. I hope you enjoyed the show. I have enjoyed myself. I've had a lot of support tonight during this. Even though I couldn't manage to open the Master 77, you guys stayed by me, and that's what loyal, good friends do. So Mountain Mick has big love for all you guys for that one, man. That's the love of lock sport, guys. We always have each other's backs, even when we're not doing the easy, quick pops. So thanks for that, guys. Terraphon says he can't wait for his 200K patch. All the challenge locks pins are done, and he will have it built this weekend, and he's already got people asking me to send. I told you, Terraphon, challenge locks are gold in this adventure, sir. If somebody even mentions having a challenge lock almost built, you are sure to have a list like Mountain Mick's address book, fat and long, very quickly afterward, because everybody is going to want a piece of that thing. You will have a running list of who has it, who's sending it to who next, and hopefully you'll maybe even end up getting it back to you one day. But we all love to build those things if we know how. I will be building my own very soon to also further my blue belt adventure. And just for everyone who's wondering, Delbert has already called dibs on my first challenge lock. So you will need to get with me and Delbert if you would like to receive that thing whenever it becomes a reality. I'm going to begin working on it in some videos very soon. And that will be to help get me my blue belt. I will also be trying to get this baby here open so I can get my 200K and my blue belt on. But I've seen a lot of my friends getting the 200K and the blue belt over the course of the last week or two. Big congrats to all of them. You guys are putting in the work, you're getting the lock open, and you're doing the project. And obviously, if you're getting blue belted, that means you're out there helping out noobs in the Reddit zone. And that's a really important part of this, guys. The reason it's like martial arts belts is because when you get to the red belt, uh, purple belt, brown belt, there's a certain point where you cannot go higher until you have successfully trained a couple of people under yourself to at least a green or a blue belt. So keep that in mind if you're not out there helping people out yet. If you want to advance through the belts, you can't just do the picking stuff and the challenges. You're going to need to interact with some people and make some friends. And at some point, you might want to get a close real world friend, girlfriend, wife, sister, whoever's interested watching you pick those locks. You might want to help them along into lock sport yourself. So that way you have some Padawan learners of your own. When you go to become Master Yoda, you know, you're going to want to have all your little duckies in a row. And that way, when it comes time, all the mods and all your friends like Mountain Mick will easily vouch for you and say, oh yeah, Terrafon is a great guy. He's always helping people out. You should give him his blue belt. And when he gets further up, hopefully he'll have some of his own Padawans to say, yeah, I wouldn't be at green or blue if he hadn't got me started and shown me some of these things. And that will help when he progresses further and decides it's time for him to become a full-on master. So good luck, Terrafon. I hope you continue grinding on your journey. You, Scooby, and all the blue belts and purple belts. You're an inspiration to me, and I will be hoping to join you at very least at blue by the end of the year. I don't think I'm going to be able to push up towards purple until next year with all the things I have going on, but I will find a way before Santa Claus comes knocking to get that blue belt going on. All right, guys. That's about all Mountain Mix got for you tonight. Everything's kind of cleaned back up here. You plan on black eventually, Terrafon? That's great to hear, brother. I also plan on making my black belt eventually, sir. So make sure you stay hanging friends with Mountain Mick, and hopefully either I'll be able to help you some, or you'll be able to help me some. Maybe both. And we will get there one day, sir. It's all about perseverance and determination and persistence and practice, 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 practice.
I am your voice. Today I am your warrior. I am your justice.
So, with that, I know that I'm going to have to sign off. Hopefully, some of you will be out there practicing and getting your lock pops on and belting up, because you know Mountain Mick loves to see a good belt up. If you're getting ready to belt up, shoot me a message and say I applied for this belt. I will celebrate it with you, my friends, because it makes me feel inspired and happy for each and every one of you to see you conquering these challenges and seizing your dreams. So continue to stay at it. And when you're hitting the wall and having a hard day and the locks just aren't popping, reach out to some of your friends. Do all the side learning that you can do while you take a break. And we're going to be there for you. We're going to support you. And you're going to get back in the game and start popping stuff. And on the right day, you'll be able to open anything you want. Cheese Good says the M1 marathon was fantastic as always. Glad I caught you. I'm glad you made it too, Cheese Grits. Terrafon says, I'm sure we'll be helping each other out. I saw you vouch for me being helpful too. Thank you for that. You're welcome, Terrafon. I would do it for you or anyone else that I know full well that I have seen helping out people on Reddit. I still carouse Reddit very regularly. I try to still say hello to all the incoming people that I can. And very shortly before I saw you were going to be doing that, I noticed several posts where you were helping people out, and a massively large post like ones that I've made before myself that you sent to somebody who was wanting to start out, that I think you listed a link to literally every decent pick maker available, video links and all kinds of stuff in the one post response that you gave them. That is the spirit of lock sport, my friend. That is how you help new people properly. So when I saw that moments later, I could not help but tag MG Secure and say, look, this guy definitely is helping people out left and right. So when he gets all of his other stuff lined up, you need to belt him up and recognize that he is absolutely with the spirit of lock sport. Definitely you guys get linked up with each other. Cheese Grits is a great guy. He's one of my best buds too. I'm sure you guys can help each other, especially with building challenge locks. I learned more watching Cheese Grits the other day. If you haven't seen Cheese Grits' video on building his challenge pins, I would recommend everybody who's going to do that to go over to Cheese Grits. Check out his challenge pin building. He's got some really, really good techniques and some excellent pins that he made on that video. So definitely go check him out. That's all, guys. Mountain Mick's going to have to cut this thing off. Thanks for everybody hanging until the bitter end. It's bittersweet, but we will be back soon. Thanks for watching me struggle. I love you all. Have a great night. Mountain Mick's out of here. Thanks, Terrafon.